Hello everyone. So as I mentioned in one of my videos recently, in fact couple of my videos, I am actually trying to learn Emacs Lisp, and I'm not really trying to spend too much time learning it. The way I try to learn it is basically by solving the problems that I have to solve. So this is, I think, a really nice way to simply, do few quick fixes and at the same time learn. And of course, if you are maybe stuck somewhere, then do a Google search or DuckDuckGo search, not really Google search. So what I thought I'll probably uh, share with you, I'm not really teaching you Lisp or anything, but I wanted to share that if you ever reach a point where you have been using, let us say, org mode for a while, and you have a big file or multiple files maybe, where let us say you have a file. Like usually, if you have one big org file with different headers, subtrees, and of course these tags. Now, tagging feature in Emacs is something that I started using a bit late. I think for the first couple of years, I never really tried using any tag whatsoever, but I believe that when you're using tags, you have one more way to organize or basically search or connect things together. So I started using tags a few years ago, or I think it was probably like 6-7 years ago, and I was of course uh, not really sure if I am using tags effectively or not, but I don't really have unlimited list of tags. So the way I work is I just use tags for categorizing. So let us say if I'm working on my to-do items, so usually I use my tags to specify what kind of work I'm doing. Let us say if I have to make a video, so I'll probably add a tag at the very first subheader or subtree called video. And this is, of course, one very nice way for me to figure out what this activity is all about. But more importantly, I use tags to also specify the time block. For example, if the way I work is I break up my day into different blocks. So starting from my morning, 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock in the morning is my no disturb um, time block where I do things that are very important. I do them very first, like the moment I wake up, I start working on those activities because that is when I am or I feel I am more productive. And usually in the morning there is no one bothering you. So I have a tag called 427 or 4_7, whatever. I mean, basically this tag is used, or these tags are used for specifying when I want to do this particular activity. Now, of course, when you're working on the tags, or I should say when you're working on the activities that you want to plan, you can obviously use dates. So you can, when you schedule your items, you can actually specify the time range. But the way time works is that whenever you use the date entry for your task, it will start appearing in your agenda. You can of course control it, but for me, I don't really always want a specific activity to show up in my agenda, but at the same time I still want a way to categorize it using when I want to do it. And there are things that I do every day over a period of time, so I also use tags for that. So on top of the dates and the priority, I also use these tags. Now the problem is when you have a very big file, imagine a file, in my case, my main master file is like huge, and I have of course the same tag or same set of tags throughout the file. Now if you have to rename, or if you have to change, let us say, one tag to another tag or whatever, it is of course not really straightforward. There is no convenient, easy way to do it. Maybe there is, but I couldn't find anything. And I thought renaming tags work really well. Sometimes you do have to rename the tags if, let us say, for some reason you want to just move them to a different, let us say, time block. So I just rename, that is it. It is of course convenient and it is quicker than changing the individual tags. Of course, this is of course just one use case when I'm doing it for bulk, but usually I try to keep track of all the activities that I need to do on a specific time block in my day. And if I have to rename it, it's mostly about if I did something wrong or if I'm performing some bulk operation. So the point is that if you have to rename, there is a method, or basically you can write the code, and this code is something that I found on Stack Overflow or Super User, and I thought I'll probably share this with all of you. And the way this works is it will actually ask you to enter the current tag. So if I have to run this, I can type in here org. I mean, you can also use, or if you're doing it regularly, you can actually, of course, use your own key binding. So basically, when you enter, it will ask you for the current tag name and the new tag name, and that is it. It will do the renaming. So if for some reason you have to do renaming, maybe it is just a way to move things, or maybe it is convenient to simply rename and create a new tag, then you can actually use this piece of code. And this piece of code is something, if you search like org, if you do this search like org rename tag, I'm sure you will find this Stack Overflow example. Let me just do it right now. I'll probably do a Google search because Google is really good in doing these searches, specific searches. So basically, if you search, you will find this page where you can see this code that actually works really well. And I tried this, and I thought I'll probably also share it with you in case you are a new org user and you're wondering if you can rename the tags in bulk, because there is no, the thing is that there is no master list somewhere. Like the same tag is probably repeated like 100 times, and this tag is nothing but, I mean, the thing is that in org file, everything is a text. That is it. And of course, there is a specific way how these things are managed, because tags have colon and the name and then colon again, and if you do that, it means that it is a tag. So basically, you can rename easily using your own code, but you have to write the code, or you have to basically use some of the methods, inbuilt methods, for doing something similar. So if you're new org user, don't run away. Just be there. I mean, try to stick to org mode for a while. Once you know how to do these simple things, once you have your own list of customizations, your own functions, and these key bindings, then you will feel really productive. And that is what I thought I'll probably share with all of you today. And that is all. That is all I wanted to do. That is all I wanted to share and show you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much. Bye bye.